Hi creative friends, this is Freya and thank you so much for being here. So I allowed everything to dry and actually I'm really loving so much of this. It's taken me by surprise a little bit. I know it started off being very abstract. So what I want to do is I want to show you the other part of it, and this is a great example of what I meant when I said you can work on multiples up to certain layers. So as you can see, they look very similar, like in terms of their color palette, in terms of the like the design elements, the lines, the everything from the dots of the Posca marker to the Stabilo pencil, the circles. Obviously the colors are similar, the collage is similar. Just you can tell that they look very similar, even though this is just a background. I didn't put any figure over top of it, and I started in on my figure here, but you can continue working on multiples, like even though like so let me explain this. So I put a figure on here. I could work on, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and I can work on all of them together. So I can do another figure over here, and I can do another one and another one, and I can just, just like I worked on the background in multiples, I can do the same thing with anything I'm going to put over top of it. And that's great for a series. But you can also separate it. Like I separated this and I put it off to the side. And when this is complete, and whatever I put over top of this, I might do a figure this way, or whatever it is, I think that would be a good experiment, actually. Maybe I will, work on this on camera, and then I will work on this like off camera, but then I will show you the two of them and the similarities and the differences. So I just want to kind of explain that. That would be like there are so many different ways to work, you guys. There's no just one way of working. And sometimes we just need somebody to kind of like, you just need to kind of like know, oh, I can do that. Like I'm like that like a lot. I see somebody doing something and I could have thought of that on my own, but I didn't. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. It's kind of like almost like somebody else doing it, like it kind of like reminds you like, hey, yeah, I can, separate them. I can work on them, to completion. I can work on multiples to completion, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build up on the face. Initially, I thought that I wanted to kind of go more abstract because in the last video series I did, I was working on my Medial Woman art journal, and that's very abstracted. So I thought I wanted to kind of go abstract with this, but I think I'm gonna go abstract with some of the body, because like I wanna keep this. Like I love this. It's just so beautiful. It's grungy, it's grungy, it looks aged. It's interesting to me. And then I might juxtapose it with like doing some facial features here. I think that could change, but yeah. So, and maybe I'm gonna leave these kind of like dots here a little bit. So and now I'm gonna, even though I am gonna put facial features here, I'm gonna try not to get too fussy because I don't want to do that. And I want to keep that circle. Like I don't want to mess with it. I'm just loving so much of it. Now I might like kind of reinforce it a little bit with this ink. And even like the marks I made with the blue Posca, and I did it on both of these, and I was just like, just playing around. I just wanted like the marks of it. I'm really loving the way it looks over here. Like, it's such a beautiful design. Now I may want to do another one just because I want an odd number. So there's only one, two, and I think I might yeah, I think I might want to go like so. Now, I don't know about this, you guys. I do love this. I do love this like sun, and it's so huge, but I don't know. I wanted to keep like some of that like wash. It's not like a very opaque layer of my Payne's gray. Like over here, see, it's got like, see, it's like a wash. I just love that. It reminds me of a painting. I saw a watercolor by Klee, where there were, he did a watercolor, and I saw the original. And, when you see art in books, you guys, so much gets lost. Because the act of taking a photograph flattens things out. I mean, nothing compares to the original. When I took an art, when I was in university, I took a full year of art history, and I had a really amazing professor. And one of the things she said, and it's so true, she said, nothing, absolutely nothing compares to seeing the real piece of art. And I've been so fortunate to be able to to visit like so many amazing museums, and she's absolutely right. Like, nothing on earth compares to seeing the actual real piece of art. When I saw Van Gogh's art, I could see his emerging psychosis right on the canvas. When I saw Degas' work, I could see his failing eyesight. It's just incredible, like an original piece of art. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm going off topic here. But with Klee, I saw watercolors of his, and it was just so beautiful because he had different layers. So like there was like a very watery kind of layer like this over here, and then a more opaque layer. I don't know if it was watercolor and gouache or if it was just watercolor. I don't remember. But I want to keep that kind of like washy quality, like, and I want this to be kind of opaque right here. And I think I want to keep this circle, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Like, I'm like, okay, what if I do something and then it doesn't turn out the way I kind of hope it does in my head, and then I ruin it? You know what? I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna kind of, I don't know if I want that, like this white of the paper. I don't know if I want it. You know what? I'm going to keep it because I'm going to keep this white part here. So I'm going to like, I like the repetition, like white part, white paper, white paper. So I'm going to leave that. But what I really want to do is I want to like take this black and, because like it's so much over here, I want to kind of repeat it a little bit in the, in other parts of the spread. And I want to kind of like, see, like go like that, but I don't know, I don't want to overpower it. And this actually reminds me of me working in my Healing Ancestral Trauma art journal, where generally I love circles, but in my Healing Ancestral Trauma art journal, I did a lot of ovals, not circles. And in Jungian psychology, ovals are different in terms of symbology than circles. And ovals are more representative of a labyrinth. I'm probably not saying that right. But you know, like the maze, and they just have different symbolic meanings to them. They are related, but they're different. So that kind of reminds me of that. And I kind of want to keep that feeling, I guess. I'm really loving this, you guys. I'm surprised, honestly. And maybe just like make some lines here. Okay, now let me just build up on the face just a little bit. I don't want this black from the background here. I don't want it to get into the face, but I do want to build up. And I haven't placed this correctly, you guys, but I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm just trying to build up some facial tones here. And I kind of like the way, like, I kind of like the juxtaposition of the kind of like grungy body with the more kind of what I hope to be finished face. Anyways, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna bring it up closer just so, like, you know, you can just see what's going on. Like, I love that, you guys. Oh my goodness, like, look at that. It's the tea stained collage. Just, it adds so much to the piece. Anyways, you guys, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.